Alright boyos, today we're just looking at the Global Labs update for the 29th. These are current, gonna be buffs that are coming in the future, probably after the tournament for Arena of Arsha. We won't see these till, I don't know, somewhere later down the line. But I just wanted to go over the two classes that needed a major nerf, which was Wizard and Witch. There's a lot of other buffs and nerfs in here, but I won't go over all of them because that would be like a 30-minute video for just opinions and sake. I don't think you need to hear all that. If you want to read it yourself, I'll link it down below, but I wanted to go over Wizard and Witch changes because these are the ones that I've been fighting for the most. And there's also been some major buffs. I might talk about Mystic too, because Mystic got some pretty good changes as well, and I'll also maybe go over some Berserker stuff. But let's focus on the problems at hand. So Wizard, immediately, the super armor defense decision during Absolute Meteor Shower has been removed. Succession, they have lost Voltaic Pulse in the sense of reducing their hit rate from 30% to 12%. That's pretty disgusting. Super armor on both Voltaic and Meteor Shower have been removed, which means that SA, just out SA trading immediately, they now have to use their brain. They cannot just forehead into you and just spam these two abilities and you instantly lose SA trade. There has to be a strategy now. You can't just forehead with Wizard and Witch anymore. So this is good. Now, some people are making the argument that this is not enough or whatever, and look, listen, we can't destroy the class. Like, everything needs to be viable. I'm fighting for balance, not for deletion of wizards. I get it. They've been top dog for legitimately 5 years, but I still want them to exist. I still think that it's a cool class. I still think that it deserves viability. So gimping it any more than this, I'm not sure that it would be relevant anymore. I don't want the wizard to be tamer bad. I don't even want the tamer to be tamer bad. No class should be tamer bad right now. And that's the problem. So I'm fighting for balance, not the deletion of wizard. I just want to make that apparent. Anyway, so with Voltaic Pulse and Meteor Shower losing SA, this makes the Wizard and Witch have to be more, like I said, they have to be big brain now. They got to be big brain. They can't just forehead anymore. So that's good. Anyway, Arnie's Guidance, Arnie's Stream, they both got a damage increase, which is fine. Wizard can do damage as long as I can do damage to them. I don't give a shit. And then these down here are some QOL changes. The PvP damage of Aqua JL Explosion has been increased to about 18.7%, which is fine. PvP damage of the whatever the fuck that just said has been increased to 17.4%, so that's fine. Like I said, Wizard can do damage. I don't care if he does a lot of damage. All I care about is being able to dodge that damage and being able to catch him and do damage to him. Alright, moving on to Witch. So the super armor defense decision during the Absolute Meteor Shower skill have been removed. This is the same thing as Wizard. And then for Succession, once again, same thing as Wizard. Voltaic Pulse has lost its hit rate back down to 12%. And the SA on Voltaic Pulse and Meteor Shower have been removed, and the cooldown time for Prime Magical Evasion has been reduced to 3 seconds, not instead of 4 seconds. So this is good. Damage increase, Flow Gore Launch, it just went up by quite a bit. These are considerable damage buffs, so this is good. And as it says here, Wizards and Witches have received requests from so many adventures to reduce the influence in the base wars and occupation wars. This being node wars and sieges. They've been so dominant, and for a while on console, about a year ago when I used to play, and before I quit for a year, as far as I remember, every single node war at the time was only recruiting Witch and Wizards, and they were even kicking people out of the guild if they didn't have super high AP, which about a year ago, the soft cap, or that not even soft cap, like the hard cap realistically was about 261. If you were 261, you were in the 1% of players. So that's pretty much what happened. If you had anything above 261, you were considered like a god, and pretty much Witches and Wizards were the only exception. So for some players to join a guild, right, they needed to have 261 or higher just to be relevant in node wars, and casters like Witch and Wizard would get a free ride. At 200 AP, a node war siege guild, or which we don't have siege on console, so that's just not I'm just saying node war siege, but we don't have siege. Anyway, a node war guild would take a 200 AP Wizard and Witch over a 261 Berserker, right? That's genuinely what would happen. So they ran everything, and every guild would only recruit this stuff. Fucking Arsha did this shit, Sacrament did this shit, Nameless, Panic, all these guilds would only recruit casters because they were so dominant in node wars. So Instead of it being this boring caster fest, now it doesn't have to be that way. Doesn't mean node wars are going to come back to life, because currently right now they're pretty dead, but there's a myriad of reasons why it's dead. Witch and Wizard was a big problem, but I think there's a lack of leadership and guilds that are willing to node war right now. So I think there needs to be some changes in that area. So that's a discussion for a different day. But Witch and Wizard losing SA, very good changes. Whether or not it's enough, that's not for me to decide. I think this is a huge blow to them, and we'll see how it goes. I think this is a step in the right direction, and for sure, once these changes go through, we'll let it ride out. I think before any more nerfs are added, we should see if this is enough, because like I said, I'm fighting for balance, not for the deletion of Witch and Wizard. So if I can kill them now and actually deal with these appropriately, then we're fine. We're good. If they still can like just out trade me in every scenario and just still run node wars and sieges, the changes aren't enough. So, but right now I think this is fine, and we need to test and see whether or not this is enough. Moving on to another highlight that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to look at Mystics, because they got a huge amount of buffs. So these up here are kind of just like quality of life changes, and you know, these are cool in every state, right? Like this is fine. But here, right here, these are the big boy fucking damage right here. So Thunder Pound 30%, Sea Burial 21%, Wave Orb 25%, Rage Hammer 19%, Roaring Tiger 26%, Tornado Kick 32%, Soul Basher 30%. These are all PvP increases, which is amazing, because right now ain't nobody playing Mystic at all. And I think Awakening was weak as fuck too. So we'll take a look at that in a second, but Succession Mystic is going to be really good for PvP. I think this is going to bring her back. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to roll to her, and she's going to be really strong. The last thing I want to go over is Berserker, because this is what I play. This is what I mainly talk about. So let's take a look. During the use of other skills, the bug that the skill was not activated when using Absolute Storm B skill has been corrected. So QOL. When using Smackdown skill, the phenomenon of the okay, so QOL, cool. Keep in mind that these are like being corrected, quote unquote, and I don't necessarily believe this shit until I see it, because the predatory hunt glitch and all these other like bugs and opening gaps and whatever, these are supposed to be fixed already, and they haven't been. So until I see proof that they've been fixed, I will not believe it until I see it. 3-second cooldown has been added to Ultimate Frenzy Destroyer. Okay, that's all right, that's fine. The preceding action of the Ultimate Frenzy Destroyer skill has been deleted, and the continuous attack has been improved to trigger immediately. Okay, that's fine. The cooldown of Shake Off skill has been reduced from 4 to 3 seconds. Oh, thank God, I'm saved. Jesus, that's not even... I mean, that's fine. I mean, we have an iframe on Shake Off, so I guess this is cool. I wouldn't... Yeah, I'd say this is about in line with other classes, so it's fine. When using the following skill during cooldown time, the phenomenon that the cooldown time was applied again. So this is another quality of life change. Essentially what would happen is you would use this ability in succession, and it would just reset the timer over and over and over again, and it's not supposed to do that. So as long as they fix that shit, we're fine. Now Succession has been struggling for a minute now. Awakening is just far better than Succession currently. It used to be the other way around, and now Succession has fallen very far behind Awakening, so let's see if this helps at all. Prime Frenzy Destroyer skill and Ultimate Frenzy Destroyer skill has been improved so that it can be linked. This just means that you can use FD into Ultimate FD, so that's fine. The phenomenon that jumping motion was awkward when using Prime Predatory Hunt skill has been corrected. Now, when they use the word awkward, do they mean that they fixed the collision with Predatory Hunt? Because Predatory Hunt is not supposed to have collision. And if that's what they mean by awkward, I like this change. If this has nothing to do with the collision glitch, then this is garbage and does nothing. When using Lava Piercer 3 and maintaining skill, maintaining the shift plus spacebar command, you can use Prime. Okay, so basically Lava Piercer, you use regular LP, and then you can use LP again. So you go into Lava Piercer into Prime Lava Piercer, which elongates the run speed. So essentially, if you want to forehead somebody and just run directly at them, or if you're traveling from pack to pack, you can have an elongated Lava Piercer. So that's cool. In the description of Prime Lava Piercer's skill, the content that it cannot be used as a skill slot has been removed. Okay, that's fine. After using Lava Piercer skill when using Prime Raging Thunder skill, the Raging Thunder skill has been improved so that it can be maintained. So what this means essentially is you use Lava Piercer and then Raging Thunder immediately afterwards, and it smoothly transitions into Raging Thunder. I've actually seen a video of this from like a Korean player, and it's smooth as fuck. You just like instantly run and then just boom, auto spin immediately. So this is really good if you're still running skill add-ons. After you're done with the pack, you can immediately run to a secondary pack and just start spinning right away, and it does a dickload of damage with your skill add-ons. So that's just a scenario, but it's really good. The charge speed of Prime Ancient Wave skill has been doubled compared to the previous one, which is alright. I don't like, this is fine. The PvP damage of Prime Devastation skill has been increased by 15.1% compared to the previous one. Okay, first of all, look, I appreciate the buff, but the problem with Devastation is that it sucks dick. It sucks dick. All right, Prime Devastation does no damage in PvP. 15.1%. I'm not sure that's enough of a buff. I think 30% would have been relatively fair, considering that Mystic got like a 30% buff on like everything. So I'm pretty sure that they could have afforded to give us at least 30% for Devastation. Not only that, but Devastation doesn't really do a lot for mobs either. So like this kind of buff is a bit mediocre in my opinion. Like I'll take anything at this point, but this I don't think is going to change a whole lot, so I'm kind of still a little upset about this one, but it's fine, I guess, for now. I guess while we're here, I should talk about this, which I don't have much to say about this, because, like, what the fuck is this? Literally, the Tamer got jack shit. Why the hell is the Tamer so dead? Somebody, anybody get the Tamer some milk, for the love of God. This is ass. Y'all did nothing for this class. Do you realize that there are a grand total of like 2 Tamers on console, and they're probably not even geared? Nobody plays this class. Nobody plays this fucking class. This class is dead on console. I have seen negative Tamers on console. This is unacceptable. This is ass. You Tamers need some love. This is ass. I'm fighting for y'all. This needs to be changed. This is dog water, and this is sad. This is fucked up. Anyway, I think that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want the full patch notes, you can go ahead and check them out down below. But that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, she knows I'm the one. Yeah, she knows I don't need no